Look at the biggest play of the game for the Steelers defense. That's Corey Trice. He was a 7th-round pick last year out of Purdue on the corner. And if you watch just the way this is, there's TJ getting out there on Jaleel McLaughlin. There's the linebacker sitting right on top of the tight end. So Corey Trice right now in zone coverage, he's just looking for work. And so when Courtland Sutton comes to the back of the end zone, he jumps right in front of that play right there. And he jumps, and it was occluded because of what Cam Hayward did. Cam Hayward beats the left guard right here, clean. And now Bo Nix doesn't really have great vision. He's trying to throw that ball around a big old oak tree. And there's Corey Trice just looking for work, jumps right in front of Courtland Sutton and takes that away. The closest the Broncos had a chance to scoring a touchdown in that game. Great play by a young player getting his first action. Let's take a look at the 2nd and 7 play by Bo Nix in Denver. There's Courtland Sutton. That's their go-to guy. The Steelers right here are going to drop Nick Herbig. All right, he's dropping into the hook curl. And Landon Roberts is dropping into the curl flat. And right here, that ball's got to come out. Bo Nix has to throw that ball between these two linebackers. All right, there's the soft spot. And here's Courtland Sutton looking for the ball. It's got to go now. And he thinks about it, but he pulls the trigger. See, when you don't throw it, it's too late because here comes TJ Watt. So look, McGlinchey's McGlinchey. Like, he's doing the best he can right here. He's going to try and stay attached to him as long as he can. The ball's got to come out. Like, you watch it right here. There's Sutton, okay? Herbig's going to drop, and there's Roberts. All right, there they go. Now, here comes TJ. Like, he's throwing the rip. He's got the hook, all right? McGlinchey's not in bad shape, and if you throw it, you're fine. But for whatever reason, he pulls it. Now watch TJ. Left hand, he grabs him by the calf and pulls him down. Like, you can't pull the string when TJ Watt's coming to the backside. For the 2nd week in a row, the only exciting part of the Steeler offense to me is the center, Zach Frazier. I just can't take my eyes off him because every single play he's doing this. He's just annoying people. Like, he's just a pebble in the shoe. Like, you think you're getting up, but he's got another push in you. Like, he doesn't stop. It's just relentless. Now, here's the Steelers' only touchdown. All right, Darnell Washington goes out wide. Denver comes after him with 6, playing 0 covers behind it. And Justin Fields makes a throw to the 6'8" tight end. Back shoulder, beautiful. Now, the other part that's fun to watch is Jaylen Warren. Like, here he is against Jonah Ellis. Like, you watch this block to protect Justin Fields right here. Like, this gets exciting. This is fun. Jaylen Warren hits him right in the solar plexus right here. So hard that he actually lifts him up off the ground. Like, you try that, all right? That's fun. All right, touchdown. Now, here we go. Let's just get back to the Zach Frazier show. Like, you watch this right here. Bam. 2-point takedown. He's down the mat. Najee Harris goes right off him for 9 yards. Like, this is Monday Night Raw, all right? How about a tag team with Spencer Anderson right here against Malcolm Roach as he gets roached right there? Like, guys' bodies are just flying. Broderick Jones got in on the act, all right? I know it, bam. Like, that's pretty good. They're starting to bounce some people around. There you go. Najee runs for 11. It's contagious. Let's get back to the main attraction, though. The main attraction is Zach Frazier. Like, here we go. Oh, yeah. You can feel it. Bam. Down goes DJ Jones. Look at all the Broncos on the ground. All the Broncos on the ground. Like, you're not winning the game on the ground. How about the violent hands right here? Telling Justin Fields, okay, I got Singleton. He's mine. Violent hands. Bam. Into the middle of next week. Comes back and helps out. Like, nothing else really matters. Like, yeah, it's another errant throw. This is what's fun. This has me excited. Bam. I love violent hands. Gosh, that's fun. This, I'm not sure what's going on. But anyways, Zach Frazier brought the party to the party. Well, the Broncos were losing 10-0 halfway through the 3rd quarter, and they said, you know what? Let's go to the deceptives here. Let's put Javonte in, a wildcat look. You got Nate Atkins over there at fullback. Here comes Courtland Sutton. A little pitch to Courtland Sutton right here. And right now he flips it to Bo Nix. And Bo Nix right here is going to take a shot down the field to Josh Reynolds. and he gets behind the defense. And just like that, Bo Nix shows off his arm. 49 yards later, Minka Fitzpatrick keeps him out of the end zone. That's the biggest play of the season so far. They had 1st and goal at the 6 with a chance to get right back in the game. They couldn't score a touchdown from there, though.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, through the first 2 weeks of this season, has only let up 16 points on defense for the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos combined. And we can see the reason why. TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward, Corey Trice, Alex Highsmith, and all those guys just making plays on defense. And it continued this week against the Denver Broncos. And Brian Baldwinger, Baldy NFL, did a really good breakdown in this video. That was who was breaking down those highlights. Go check him out on X. Baldy NFL is his handle. He does a good job breaking down players and NFL teams. Go follow him. But looking at why the Pittsburgh Steelers had success, TJ Watt was able to get around the corner. Cameron Hayward was able to be his guy and inside. He's now healthy this season, so he looks a little bit better than last season. Alex Highsmith does what he does as well. And then also, you had a guy stepping up in the secondary. Corey Trice, when Dante Jackson went down, was able to make that huge interception, drop back into coverage, and kind of just roam the field. As you've seen, the corner in his main spot on the right side of the field, left side of the field, when you drop into the zone flat, TJ Watt already had that covered. So Corey Trice really had no one to guard, and he was able to drop to wherever he wanted on the field and just be a help defender. And he was able to read the play, read the quarterback's eyes, and get the interception. As a 7th round kind of rookie, I guess, even though he's in the 2nd season, missing his whole 1st season, you could consider him a rookie, but he does a great job just coming in. That was probably his very first snap of the game, or one of his very first few series of the game, because he really doesn't get much playing time if Dante Jackson and Joey Porter Jr. on the field. So in his first action of the game, he's able to come in and make a splash play. And when you look at who he was replacing Dante Jackson, who was amazing in this game. He was able to beat all around the field Dante Jackson and whatever he was doing, whether that was coming up and stopping the run, making big hits, or just playing defense on the wide receiver. He was able to be a huge contributor to this team in this game. So the fact that Corey Trice came in replacing a guy like that and was able to do a really good job, that just goes forward and goes to show that he is capable of being a good NFL cornerback. Even though he was injured, you don't give up on a guy like that. Someone who really had a lot of success in college, but was always hindered because of injury. You don't give up on a guy like that. Once he comes back from his injury, he's able to show what he's able to do. As long as he's able to stay healthy, he could be a really good cornerback in this league for this Pittsburgh Steelers team. So you look at the defense. All those guys doing what they did and just stopping Bo Nix. Bo Nix isn't a good quarterback in the NFL as of right now, so it wasn't as hard to go against a guy like Bo Nix, especially in the Denver's offense, in which it really looked like they didn't know what they're doing. At some points in the game, it just looked like they're confused. But anyway, the Steelers were able to shut them out. It doesn't matter who they're playing. You want them to shut out whoever it is that they're playing. The Steelers don't decide their schedule, so they did their job and only let up 6 points in total. So when you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, it struggled once again this week. The Steelers offense struggled to score points, only scoring 13 after scoring only 18 last week, but they won the game. That's all that matters. But when you look at the success that they did have on offense, where did it come from? Well, it came from Justin Fields throwing to Darnell Washington, obviously getting that touchdown, but also came from the offensive line, just pushing guys around. Whether that's Darnell Washington being the extra blocker and being a blocking tight end, or just the regular offensive lineman, Zach Frazier, Spencer Anderson, and the rest of the guys. And I bring up Spencer Anderson here because he doesn't really get talked about in these clips as much, other than when he did the double team block. But when you look at it, the times that Zach Frazier got the person down to the mat, on some of them, it was Spencer Anderson who had the first push. And Spencer Anderson has done a really good job filling in for a veteran, the best guard on the team, next to James Daniels and Isaac Seumalo. Someone coming in who is supposed to be like a tackle, guard, you don't really know his position, but he's able to do it all. Spencer Anderson does a really good job blocking and getting his player down to the mat and then going and helping. So he's doing a really good job. And then you also see Zach Frazier get kind of the main attention here when he's able to get his player to the mat as well, because he never gives up on the play. He does one thing, he obviously goes to look for the next work and look for something else to do. He pushes someone, immediately goes to help someone else. And he does a really great job. He did a really good job last week. There's a video on him on the channel about last week as well, but he's doing a really good job, and he really looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers' future franchise center. Not even a future franchise center, just franchise center in general right now, because of the way he's been playing, and it's really a sigh of relief based off who we had the past few seasons in Kendrick Green and Mason Cole at the center position. So the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, the offensive line, is really getting the job done and carrying this team to this point. It's crazy how the Pittsburgh Steelers defense played amazing all game, but one mistake could change everything. And that's almost what happened before, obviously, the interception that Corey Trace got to shut down the red zone drive. But one play could really change anything, because you see that one mistake where Minkah Fitzpatrick went to go help on the opposite side of the field, but then he left his main spot over the top of the field at the safety position, and then they gave the trick play to Bo Nix. He throws it over the top, beats him, gets to the red zone within the 10-yard line. So you see how one play can really change it all and really could throw off a defense or just throw off the momentum of a game. So I just want to bring that to light as well. But that's really the only bad play the Pittsburgh Steelers had on defense the entire day. So that's really a good sign with not a lot of mistakes. Usually in the past, when the Pittsburgh Steelers were obviously shutting teams out last season, there would be more mistakes, but it seems as though there's less mistakes this season. It could just be early on in the season. Teams are still getting their footing and the offenses are bad, but it could also just be the Steelers' defense is just way better than last season. So who knows? The Pittsburgh Steelers, at the end of the day, get the win. The defense still looks amazing. The offense is still building, but we're 2-0, and that's all that matters. So with that being said, let's end this video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on everything you saw in terms of the highlights, all the players, all the breakdowns. Once again, this breakdown was done by Bally NFL, Brian Baldwinger. Go ahead and check him out. Follow him on X. And let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on Zach Frazier, TJ Watt, Spencer Anderson, and all those guys. Who was the biggest standout in this week's game against the Broncos on both the offense and defense side of the ball? Let me know your thoughts. And also, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, highlights, analysis, updates, reports, everything like that. I've covered all this offseason. I'm continuing to cover all this regular season and beyond. So like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys all later. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.